And player cards match 1. Let me turn off studio modes and mix these as well.
We got Jakazam on the left. A win rate of 56%, which is higher than I thought, actually. I knew it was around 50, but there's kind of a big difference between 50 and 56%.
Absolutely.
I'm not trying to be facetious or anything.
Best placement is 17th in
Yes.
first
Yeah.
MT. That's really good.
So it's kind of funny. My first meeting with Jakazam was when she joined the Super 16 race and was the only player to hyper-optimize George Foreman's KO boxing in a way that no one else even wanted to try to do. And she found like a one-round KO for the goal, and I thought that was cool, and it definitely made her stick out.
That's quite impressive.
I remember saving Christmas with Jakazam one year. We didn't do that this year because we were all busy, but that was a fun time. Very, very good player. And on the right side, we have Millnium, an old classic.
Yeah, has only entered 5 mystery tournaments, but the first one was all the way back in Mystery Tournament 5, right? So it's been around a while. Is a crowd favorite. We had Art Bliss on the mic earlier today talking about how much they were looking forward to this match because Millnium is just a fun person to watch play video games. And I don't like saying mean things about
a lot of people do. We'll put it that way.
Millnium has a way of failing in the most spectacular way.
I believe we could.
If you've never seen the Bomberman,
I believe the phrase would be unconventional mindsets. Very unique strategies.
Like, not necessarily like a statement about skill or whatever, but just like when it goes wrong, it really goes wrong in a very special way. So we'll see if any of that is going to happen.
I mean, I've never seen either Millnium. I actually, you know what? I have seen Jakazam play a few things, but I have not seen Millnium play. So I am excited. Personally.
Yeah, and I will say, as all that aside, both are just wonderful human beings. Happy to have them in our community.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, with both Exuno and I in the chat, there may be a little bit of favoritism here, but
it's all right to feel how you feel, as long as everyone knows where you stand.
There are very few people in the world that I will send unsolicited pictures of my dog all the time, and Jakazam is absolutely one of them, so...
Oh, the highest level of intimacy. So we are still waiting for setup from the players. I will say it's a PlayStation game they're trying to get going. PlayStation emulation has come a long way over the past 5-10 years or so. But it's not the rock solid thing you can expect like an NES or a SNES or something.
It's not cycle accurate. It will never be, actually. It's factually impossible to make cycle accurate, but you know, it's pretty good.
Yeah. And you don't have to go like manually download video and audio plugins and manage those.
Well, EPSXD sucks, so don't use it.
Yeah, some of them will work with some games, and some of them won't work with others, and god damn it, I've played Final Fantasy VII up to this particular cutscene 5 times now, and it still won't load properly, and I can't get it to work. God damn it.
My experience of EPSXE is back in college when I decided to play Persona 1. And any dungeon segment running at a crisp 12 frames a second on my laptop.
Perfect.
Everything else was fine.
I played Persona 3, which is PS2, but the entire game was like running really well, and then towards the end of the game, a lot of enemies have this chromatic reflective texture on them, and it just completely ate up the frame rate. I was like 80 hours into the game or something at that point, and now all of a sudden I have this problem in almost every battle.
I've had to reject like 3 PS2 games that I tested personally just because, oh, this game is awesome. It can't run on anybody's computer.
Yeah.
I can't even run PS3 games because I don't have Vulkan drivers. That also means I can't run the newest version of Mupen, which is sad because that means I can't emulate Hey You Pikachu.
I don't even know what a Vulkan driver is. If you had given me a multiple choice question of what a Vulkan driver is, and one of them is this will help you emulate PS3, and one of them was this is a device on Star Trek, I would not have been able to answer that question.
I feel that that's an answer that's a question that would have 2 correct choice answers then.
Yeah, all of the above. There you go.
Yeah, the newest version of Mupen requires it, which is so sad. It's so annoying because I can't update it all. No Hey You Pikachu, no easy custom resizing. The sad life out there.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was to play the Banjo-Kazooie ROM hack that showed up with Zelda that came out, Jiggies of Time. I was like getting into like the command prompt, the terminal, and like launching stuff from there with parameters on like resolution and frame rate and stuff in order to get Mupen to do what I needed it to do.
I just have to play Hybrid Heaven in a tiny window.
Oh no! And you're speedrunning it, right?
Yeah,
so,
like speedrunning. Oh, it's an RPG. It's fine.
Vulkan driver is a Star Trek wrestling move. Spock just like grabbing a guy and like putting his legs up on his shoulder and jumping into the air, spinning around, slamming to the ground.
Why does Millnium have 2 timers now? Oh, that's why.
You can see anything there's their screen.
Something's happening.
That's a video game.
I recognize those.
It's even the video game that we're going to be playing in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, should we whet people's appetites for the for this delectable looking title we have on file? We don't have to tell them what it is, but we can describe the things.
I have to wait for Millnium to stop moving the window.
It's a PlayStation game, so maybe if you're like me, your mind goes to some of those early polygonal sort of 3D platformers where the textures kind of swim around in kind of a weird way. This is not that. This is one of those 2D PlayStation games that just made use of the extra processing power to put a ton of sprites, high-res sprites on the screen.
Does this game have any connection to that one NES game?
No.
Okay.
At least I don't think so.
Oh, that's true.
I think I looked up who made this game, and I've never heard of them before.
Yeah, it is a similar title. I didn't even think about that.
They're completely different styles of game, so I don't think
it does say that the software developer is named after a large cat.
Perfect.
What else have they made?
So this was submitted by TPC. It was tested by Internet Dirigible and myself. I classified this as a category of platformer I call zoomed in, move too fast, where it's tough to react to the things that are just appearing on screen.
So it's a Sonic?
Yeah, you go pretty fast.
It's a little slower than Sonic.
Well, yeah, not many things are faster than or as fast as Sonic. But you want to go slower. At least that's where I found the most success. So we'll see. You can absolutely throw caution to the wind and go for it in this game.
Oh, I did that.
Yeah, we'll see.
I was going fast all the time. Oh,
Oh,
what a beautiful crop.
Did Millnium just move it? Did Millnium just move the game as soon as it went to the
God.
title
So-
screen? I was.
Moving again.
Oh, it's going
It was
again.
flawless.
Oh, it's getting bigger. Okay, yeah. I saw it was perfect. I was like,
love it.
I was worried for a second that like the title screen wouldn't be the same size as that opening, and then
Still moving.
No, I'm pretty sure that setting is fixed in the MU pack. Oh my
Still
god,
moving.
Millnium.
okay,
I don't know
people.
what software you guys are, what the dashboard looks like for cropping or whatever, but
It's so.
I'm just going to it. We gotta see this live now. It's close enough.
Wait, is this intro a pre-rendered video?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
I never noticed.
I think we're good. So we've got Kitchen Panic.
Yeah, this has been raced before by various people. They said it was very fun, but it got incredibly hard.
I wouldn't say in the parts that I played at least, I wouldn't
were
say
not.
fun.
Oh, I love
I
them.
sorted, so in addition to sorting out games into whether I would reject or accept them, separately I rated if I just found them fun, bad, or meh. And this one ended up in the meh pile, which is, to be fair, where most of them did.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
had
fair.
a ton of fun with this game.
This seems like the kind of game I could see Jakazam having a lot of fun with. And Millnium, I really have no idea what his sort of taste is.
This game is also really good looking.
I wish so badly that so many of the PlayStation and 64 games just use the extra processing power to do 2D just really well, instead of pushing for 3D.
Oh, I love shitty looking 3D. Like my favorite look.
I remember hearing that like Sony of America was very anti 2D.
They were. Yeah.
So is Sega, yeah.
Sega, is there a relationship there between Sega and Sony of America?
No, it's just Sega didn't localize a lot of Saturn games because they weren't 3D, so they won't sell.
Yeah, it's just a lot of executives at both those companies really wanted to push 3D and did not see, like, they didn't see a reason to bring 2D games over. They thought they were not good investments.
Yeah, that sounds like something someone in a suit would say about video games. So this race
Pretty much.
is going to get going, and we can finally see what it's all about.
You are this unnamed potato. I'm pretty sure he's a potato. And you're platforming, and you're going. You gotta make it to the end of the stage.
You do move deceptively fast.
And this is not
You
even the
keep
fast part.
accelerating, it seems like.
Yeah. There is a roll button. If you're in the air, you can roll either forward or backwards. It determines if you bounce up when you hit the ground or if you bounce forward. And if you bounce forward, you can go really, really fast. But it also allows you to cleverly skip a lot of platforming sections.
Yeah, it's wild. It's so fast you're not going to be able to. You can't see far enough ahead of you to know this is going to be safe to do. So if you do it, you are inherently taking a risk.
So Machine of Death on Millnium's side,
Is that a health bar in the lower left there?
it looks
I
like
think
it, yeah.
so. I don't think I ever died from health loss, but that looks like it.
I think I got close and had to be careful and seek health occasionally, but yeah, for the most part, it's the instant death pits that'll get you.
Withheld, that's a dangerous statement.
Very
This game's
mohawk.
music is great too.
The other thing about these stages, like Sonic, they're very big and open vertically, multiple ways to go, which is normally kind of a really bad thing for Mystery Tournament, but there are all these arrows plastered all
They
over
are
the place.
everywhere in this game.
So I personally never felt like I was ever going the wrong way.
What I'm noticing are
Rolling
these
for the first time.
tiled backgrounds are very, very noisy on the eye when you're moving this fast, especially.
Yeah, for someone like me who is not very good at processing stuff while I play games, I feel like it's one of the things that is a real strength of all the best players in Mystery Tournament, is that they can play the game well, but still be noticing things about the game, still thinking things about the game. And this background alone would just completely overwhelm all of those mental processes for me. Oh, Jakazam slipped, but you don't die in the water. And you can sometimes jump out in a helpful place, but sometimes you gotta like go all the way back to the left or whatever.
Trying to damage boost onto that.
Makes it to the goal. Works out.
Nice.
Persistent.
Oh, the gold. There's a different animation every single time depending on how many optional pickups you get.
Like that flan over there.
Yeah, there's a flaw, and there's one where like only your leg survives. There's one.
Mill
where
is
you
trying
fly
real
so
hard
low.
to ascend this wall. Does not seem
Yeah.
possible.
You gotta roll.
To do one of those.
Oh,
one of those spin
okay.
bounces. There we go. Yeah. So the
Is there just an optional pickup here and nothing else of value? Oh, you can go down these flippers.
Yeah. The pastebin says up or down in the air to do backspin or spin. And it's like... Does it actually say... Yeah, okay. Spinning or backspinning in the air will cause your character to jump forward or straight up, respectively. So it doesn't straight up say, like, hey, you're going to go super high with this thing, right? Like, so it's not really... You don't think of it as, like, I can use this to get over this wall. Connection needed to be made there. And so Millnium needed a moment to make it, but is now able to move
Yeah,
forward.
Millnium's only like half a level behind at this point.
And this is the kind of game where it's there are checkpoints, but they're pretty far apart. Any one death can set you back 40 seconds plus.
So here's a first kind of big thing. I believe I actually had to put a note about this in the pastebin because I didn't know. You have to open the can first and get into it.
Oh.
Which, when I did it, I was like, okay, I love this game. I got stuck on that for like probably 20-30 seconds. But it's basically just another segment of the level. It's not like a... I guess it is like a sub-level, but it's not like an optional sub-level. Just like a bunch of levels would just go this way.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing where if it wasn't for all these arrows everywhere, at least my mind would be thinking like, oh god, am I in the wrong place? Am I wasting minutes going the wrong way for no reason, sort of thing.
Yeah, if this game did not have the arrows everywhere, I would have like instantly rejected it. There would be no way that this could work.
Aw, the bubble
Jakazam
has a
will
frown. And died and killed
Oh,
Jakazam.
And
Yeah, it
killed Jakazam.
Things just kept getting worse and worse.
Millnium is attempting to do some of the same stuff we saw Jakazam do after having fallen off the plate. I am the sort of person who is messy with my D-pad inputs. If I want to do a left and then go to a right, or a right and then go to a left, I'm pretty likely to hit up or down. Is this the case with you folks? Probably not Mr. Fighting Game Player TPC, where you have to do that all the time.
I don't play on D-pad though, I play on analog stick.
Sure.
I did it for this game too.
Yeah,
But I rebound the buttons for top spin and backspin.
if I have
Okay.
the choice, I also do
I rebound them
analog.
to L2 and R2.
Nice. I'm sometimes I feel weird about those sorts of just like comfort bindings. But yeah, I was
Okay, you can't get out of there.
I was hitting a lot of up and down on the D-pad, which is forward spin and backspin, which means like sometimes you're jumping and then all of a sudden when you land, you are shooting off into space or shooting forwards into God knows what, right? That was like a kind of like a problem for me in this game and had me kind of nervous to make any single jump.
Does the pastebin say how to use doors?
I
No, it says to enter doors and cans and look up and down, so... Implies it's one of these...
It's some button.
You got
There it
Press
goes.
the spin button.
It's just finicky. You just need
Yeah.
to be in the very middle. I don't know why it's so demanding.
Good on
I know it
Jakazam
uses
for
the spin
continuing to try there, and not, like, thinking missed a key and had to go back.
Right. Yeah, it's easy to criticize players for doing the same thing over and over, but also sometimes you just know, like, this has got to be right.
No, I definitely did the same thing because it uses whatever your like top spin button is, or like whichever spin button is up. So it rebound my door open button to like R2 or something. So I got to it, I started pressing up. I'm like, why is it opening the door? This is like the universal door open input.
Yeah, that's also in the pastebin. That's another level complete from Jakazam. The goal is to beat World 2. I think there's, what, 5 levels in each world?
Look like 5 or 6.
And I think that was like
there are 6 levels.
3? 6 levels.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was 1-3. So we're on to 1-4, about a quarter of the way through the goal.
Yeah, this is kind of a lengthy goal. These stages are definitely pretty long.
Yeah. Tester and submitter times, if I remember right, were around 50 minutes?
Yeah, I think so. I almost considered stopping at World 1. I actually also included a World 1 estimate, but I don't know. I like this game so much that I decided to go with the full goal when I submitted it, but it left the option up.
Yeah, I think it kind of worked as both, but if I get to choose between shorter or longer, then I'm going to lean towards longer, personally.
Ooh. Seems like I gotta be kind of precise on this.
Yeah, it doesn't want to keep going in the same direction, like it wants to go backwards.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You gotta really force it.
And you have such a big jump in this game by default. It seems like it's easy to go flying off of that thing.
Unfortunately, not going to be able to cheese this after having fallen down into the water. You're going to have to do some platforming.
Was this game as slippery as it looks?
I didn't really
so.
think so, but that's because I was rolling everywhere. And there's like no...
Oh
like
no!
Oh yeah, there's Mega Man spikes too.
Millnium, I watched Millnium skip the checkpoint in this level.
Oh.
Well, game over, and so I guess the checkpoint didn't matter. But was right before progressing past into that can to go to the sort of second half of the stage and fell in the spikes. So major time loss. I remember thinking, boy, I'm sure wasting a lot of time making these guys go up and wanting to get under as fast as possible, and being surprised at the absolute mountain of damage that they did to me when I touched them. So you gotta respect those guys.
That seemed to be Jakazam's response to the first time that she poked them.
Yeah.
I don't think this is gonna work out for...
Pick up the checkpoint!
Just pausing for like a good 5 seconds, go, whoa, hold on.
Millnium threw the can in this stage and into a checkpoint. I think there's 2 of these can sections in this stage, though, and this is just the first. Jakazam is going against the arrows for a little bit there, so...
After that little hitch at the beginning, though, she is flying through this level now.
Does a big jump, who knows what's down there? Gonna be okay. It's tempting to want to do this stuff. Like, at the top there, she could have done a big forwards jump, but sometimes there's just spikes there, right? Like, I did not have much success with going for it. I played this pretty cautiously.
Wow, I'm surprised because I had a lot of success just going.
Yeah, I feel like if I was playing this game,
Well,
I would
also-
just be
I
spinning
beat your
every
time,
jump.
So
I think I actually remembered incorrectly. I think I actually did die on like one of the boss fights. It was like a huge time loss on it. Myth, you're also better at platformers than I am, so it's
that's
not exactly
true. Normally I beat you by more than 3 minutes or whatever this was. So maybe my approach and strategy was not the reason for my success. And I definitely, like, I died, I was going slow, I felt like there was much room for improvement as I was playing, right? Sometimes you come away from a test or a race or whatever knowing, like, no, I did good on that one, or I did not do good on that one, and I did not have a great feeling about this one. But sometimes games are just hard. Millnium's really scared of this bubble.
Should be.
Takes the damage.
pops and explodes.
Is Millnium at the door now?
Oh no, went the wrong way.
Oh.
There was an arrow
this is
pointing this
a-
way, to be fair, but also
Yeah,
you
this
had
is
just
extremely minor
seen.
time loss.
Just 2 arrows. Go
Okay,
left or
first
right.
try door.
Yeah, that happens a lot in this game.
Nice.
Yeah,
First
fast
try.
door, fast door.
Ooh, Jakazam going with the big spin jump, even though I think she knows this is where she died to spikes last time. Is
Well,
going
she died
forward
because
again.
she didn't make enough distance.
Yeah, that's true. So she is safely on the other side of these spikes now.
Hello guys, I'll be demonstrating a new kitchen panic skip here called Fast Door.
The trick is to stand in the middle of the door. Also, the thing about that door is you see it on your way through the level. It's there on the left side of the screen. You know it's there. You know you should be working your way towards it. Millnium. Oh, using the camera to look around. I like that, and that's the end of the level.
Yeah, very good idea in this game. Oh, gets the bounce off the flan ending. I got a lot of endings where I just blew up, like entirely, because I didn't pick up anything.
Oh gosh, this the Whomper bag.
Yes. One hit kills.
I'd bet it's like full of tin cans.
That's deadly.
That's be
to a
like 20
potato.
pounds.
So there's
the
something
Mario
interesting with
game,
this
why not us?
game where, like, you can, like, kind of bonk into enemies. You can't really just, like, kill them, really. Oh, okay, it's going to be able to get back and get in the checkpoint. You can sort of, like, bonk into enemies if you're going fast enough or you're coming at them from above, but, like, sometimes they'll bonk you, and I never really had a good sense of what was going to happen when I collided with an enemy in different ways, so I was always just terrified of them. I just avoided everything.
Jakazam seems to be convinced that the arrows were lying to her for a bit.
That or is just trying to do a skip or something.
Yeah, true.
Just pushing around
Also,
this
the-
can.
Yeah, I think she probably just wanted to jump over it. Now I think definitely this is some kind of intentional play to do something. I really don't know.
I'm not sure if she realized it was just a regular enemy and might have thought there was some kind of puzzle or something she might need it for.
I guess he was
But I
up
think
and
you can
colored
just
and-
push all of the enemies if you knock them over.
Yeah.
Ooh, these bubbles are now in a
Ooh.
bad space.
Yep.
I think they come back. They
I
must
mean, you probably
have
have to walk
scroll them.
away, yeah. Or maybe you're just out of luck. Ow, oh. Spin jumps directly up there, that's...
Okay, they do come back. We have that confirmed.
Yeah.
except Jakazam is going to have trouble getting to
There
the
we go.
left to scroll the screen because she brought every single enemy.
Yeah.
So I think
Okay.
you can spin jump on these bubbles.
I like the repeated jumps to make sure it's at its maximum height.
Yeah.
That looks real dangerous because I think if you bog into these from below, you're just dead.
At her health, yes.
She
She's
cannot
hit
get
them
hit by
before.
I think that's the path she was trying to brute force earlier. That's real mean if
Oh,
you slide
okay.
down.
Huh.
Super good if you figure out a way to get up there. Ooh, that enemy is so
Oh.
scary. There's some food. Food heals you a little bit, but
Like,
she's still dying.
There's a
on
checkpoint. There we go. And she's
Okay.
got extra lives, so
hit. Yeah, you could even think about an intentional death at this point. She has 3 lives. Maybe just get the health refill. So
no
finicky.
fast can.
Please like and subscribe for more fast can strats.
There's more than one. And you gotta subscribe to get the rest of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, I don't even get like the little animation that the potato does when he gets out of the can or out of the door. It's just like so weird. It's so funny looking.
I actually loved how there was no animation on the can when it was slowly drowning.
Oh man, Jakazam was running and she jumped and she had this like upwards trajectory and it still got hit by that enemy.
Yeah, it didn't clear the enemy in time.
Yeah, but like didn't bump into it, right? Despite going as quick as she was, and despite him facing the other direction, it was
No,
still
it
a
did
hit.
bump under it. Had too much momentum going in, and so clipped it on the way up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like she took damage. She didn't like bump him and
Mhm.
not take damage, right?
Right,
It wasn't
because he's a soap bubble.
what? It was like
No, it was the big bubble that spawned in.
The bubble above is what
Yeah.
got her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can even see him. The background is so goddamn loud. Also, we have a lower frame rate too where we're watching. Doesn't help.
Probably, yeah.
I keep thinking that you just want to grab those guys and throw them.
Goal!
Yeah. Another level clear for Jakazam. Millnium
Whoa.
getting through the thwomps.
Nope, lands on the flan.
Can stand on top of the bag of groceries or whatever this is.
Looking for a secret or something up here?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I tried that on some stages. There's nothing.
That's a checkpoint over there, but those are spikes down there, so...
Mill also only has this last life, so does not look good. Also trying to brute force way through to the later part of the
Yeah,
level.
it doesn't work.
They could pull something out.
You got all these
Just
crazy
learn the shine
jumps.
spark.
Yeah, trust me, I tried. I was curious about that. So after I tested this game, which was like a blind playthrough for me, I loaded it up in Task Studio and saw if I could try and get through, and I could not. I couldn't even get remotely close.
Jakazam
And
is
then
carefully
cycle
waiting on some platforms, even though you have the capacity to do a massive jump out somewhere. Is just waiting to see where the next plate is.
I definitely did big jumps in this section. I'm not waiting on these platforms.
These are some rude dinner knives.
Just down in the water for an extra life.
Millnium has no health and no lives, so I'm still a big chunk of the level after this can section.
Yeah, but it is like past the halfway point, I want to say too, right? Like it's going to be a costly death.
Well, there's a 5-6 minutes timer on the screen right now, so
I'm having some trouble getting these the spin jump to do
little
what he
bit.
wants
Yeah,
to
the
do.
key is that you can roll on the ground as well, and so you just wait.
Oh, really? I was always doing these little jumps if I wanted to do one in place.
Well, no, you can't roll on the ground, but like you can continue to roll on the ground if you start from the air.
Oh, I see.
so you don't have to jump as soon as possible.
A
Have
death
they
from
ever done a
Jakazam.
forward jump?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen at least Jakazam do one.
Right, but I mean a Millnium specifically.
Uh-oh, Mill. Uh-oh.
Oh.
You got stuck in here.
buddy.
Pixel moving
I
pixel
don't-
by pixel. Oh no. Oh
I don't think
no.
Jumping and back. That sucks.
At this point, I would absolutely just jump in some spikes and start the level over.
Yeah. At some point, like, even if you manage to get through the level, you're going to be going so slowly and carefully that
Yeah.
you know, how much time would you have saved if you just redid the early part and then were able to play with confidence from there? So Jakazam died, has 1 life left, 2 minutes on the timer in this stage.
They may be thinking that there's a possibility of hard game overs. I'm not sure.
It does say that you can continue, and has continued before, so.
We're seeing caution from Jakazam. Doesn't want to be moving at full run speed. Doesn't want to be able to not react to anything.
She is also at 1 life, so.
And just took 2 hits from 2 enemies in a row. That's enough food to take 1 more hit, I think.
I don't
Yeah, when
think
it starts
that
happening, you can get a lot of health.
I don't think that she's taken a game over yet, so might not know if there is a life 0 or not. That's always one of the things that's extremely dangerous in Mystery Tournament. You see that 1 on screen, and you're like, is this the last one, or is there 1 more?
Right.
Right.
And that's another one to add on to the great left and right debate and like up and down debate is when you see a life counter, do you assume it has a 0 or not? I always assume 0.
Yeah, I generally do too, but sometimes that ends up being a real bad decision.
Oh, the can guarding the high ground. Jakazam 3.5 minutes into this stage. Millnium
If we're
did
talking about
indeed
what we assume or what we prefer,
What we assume. If
Okay.
you were in a blind race and you were in this situation, what would you assume?
0. Always 0. Always take the worst case.
Well, that's the best case.
Yeah, that's the best case.
Oh no, sorry. Sorry. Yeah.
It's a confusing problem
Yeah.
to even talk about. The way I phrase it is whether or not you have the 0.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely you do not have that 0.
It looks like Jakazam playing it as if she does not, because she's being very cautious.
This is kind of how I was going through this game. I think there I would have been pretty confident to just drop down and think that, you know, there's not going to be an enemy right there or anything. But if it was like a big open area, I would definitely move the camera to look down. I would never be running at full speed. I would certainly never do a big jump into nothingness like that, but she's okay.
Oh no, that's the time when you do that's the time when you do a big forward jump. You just go for it.
It is you want to maximize the reward you can get out of taking a risk like that, and that's absolutely a situation where you could get a big reward for doing it. So I can see the worth of it there. Are you ready for a boss fight?
Does
I
not
wouldn't
look
know what
like
to do first either.
Yeah.
So it's a plate boss.
Have you played Yoshi's Island?
Yes.
Well, then you probably know how to fight this boss.
Yeah.
Kind of ground pound through the plates or something. It's not a bad thought.
You want to do a forwards bounce into the stack, I would assume, after this hasn't
Yeah.
worked.
You want to push him off, right?
Yeah, you push him off.
Yeah.
It's a Yoshi's Island boss.
You gotta be spinning, and you cannot get hit anymore. And if I remember right, like the stage is like part of this, like the boss is part of this stage.
Yes.
There's a checkpoint right before the boss door.
But now this is
She
the
Only
last
has
Last
one
life.
life.
And you know there's not a -1. For as confusing the life count
No,
is,
that would be
you
incredible.
know this.
Alright, Snowdozer, next game. Next game you gotta make it have a life -1.
just have it. You could take as many lives as you need. It's just
Part
what
of
will be billing you.
Okay, we're seeing Jakazam, I think, practicing some of these sort of forward.
I think you were just trying to get up that slope, but okay. See it now. Yeah, that looks good.
Yep, there it is.
Bully them plates.
Yeah, you can even chain them really fast if you start spinning as soon as you land.
But not
Hold
too
it
fast.
A little more. Oh, she cannot get hit again. That's it.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay.
That's
So
one
clutch.
world down.
Hope.
So that's like,
Okay. Is that the entire world now?
Yep.
Nice.
27 about on that. What was my
Stuff
time?
like that matters so much in mystery
Jakazam
tournament.
tied my time down to the second.
No, there's a.
Perfect.
Oh wait, there's no
Yeah.
60. Oh, it's like an extra stage, like literally Yoshi's Island again.
That has to be for the getting the
If you
vat
collect
of-
all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
all the
Yeah.
collectibles. I don't know. I've never tried.
So that stage. What was her timer at when she finally went down? Like it was gonna be like 4.5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
She would have had to redo all of that.
Looks like she's going for the death here. Good strat.
Yep. A mystery tournament veteran, always thinking about the intentional game over. But that was big. That was an opportunity to lose like 4 minutes or something, right? That can be a race losing mistake. In this case, she already has a really big lead, but it's things like that are, you know, would get you above 50% win rate in mystery tournament.
And now that we've switched from kitchen tile to like these little,
To picnic land.
yeah. Now we're getting the arrows stuck with bobby pins to hold them up. Safety pins.
I don't actually know what a bobby pin is.
That's
I
the
know
one
for
you
what-
use in the hair, I think. It's like
Yeah,
the curly one that they use for lock picking and all the
A little
cliches.
zigzaggy part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh oh, got a
What
wall.
are you gonna do about these
Mechanics.
blocks? That arrow's pointing left. Oh, but there's a goodie. Oh, it's a speed power up.
Whoa.
You go
Yeah.
even faster.
Yeah, when I
Right.
got this power up, I laughed
Unreasonably
so hard.
fast.
And I don't think it ever goes away.
This is some Super Troll Island
I
speed.
think it goes away if you get hit.
Okay.
It was either that or die, because I definitely... No, I didn't lose it. I definitely finished the stage with it.
I got stuck with it and like kind of didn't want it after that.
You got like the rocket in your life icon now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, all your power-ups appear there.
It's literally this is your life now. And there's a pit. Danger. Maybe if she wasn't going so fast, she wouldn't have just jumped into a pit.
Yeah.
Millnium forgot for a hot second how to open the cans.
Is going for it again? This is a brave idea.
She might think she needs it. Jakazam is definitely a warrior, so she's taken some rough deaths. Not always been the fastest at some things. She might think that this race is a lot closer than it is.
I thought you said that she was a warrior.
I've
Well,
definitely
she's
heard that
both of
first, too.
those.
I'm
She
like,
is
"Are you
both
kidding
of
me? I've
those.
seen her play FF14. That is not true.
Oh, that jump got shorted. I remember now, the jump physics on these things are a little weird.
Yeah, I was rolling all the time.
I'm gonna
This is
say
when
they
the
played
forward
too
roll
many
was
sound
really good.
effects.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's like a mechanical cat purring or something.
I think it needs more sound effects.
Oh, just watching her press forward for like half a second and be 2 screens ahead.
Goal.
Goal.
It
Millnium
makes
back
me
at
wanna
this
see
bubble
somebody
climb
speedrun
with
this game.
no lives again.
Yeah, this stage has just been a real problem for him.
Yeah, Millnium's other issue is like spin jumping not not like waiting long enough.
Right.
It's pretty generous. You can continue to spin indefinitely when you're on the ground.
God, looking at those percentages. Like,
Yeah, there's a lot in this game.
Yeah, 20% after that one she just cleared.
I definitely did this as well. I just ran straight into the swamp.
Millnium ends up dying on that stage as all the way back to the start of it again. Basically just couldn't keep the jump low enough. You can ride the bubble down a little bit, and it gives you a bigger window to make that jump. And he did do that a little bit, but didn't wait long enough. But yeah, so the players don't know that this goal took the testers like in the order of like 50 minutes or whatever, right? They don't have a sense of how long it's kind of supposed to be. So when you finish the halfway point of the goal at 30 minutes, it's hard to feel like you're in a strong position.
And in a game like this where you can see that you could be going very fast if you get lucky with, where you're doing your spin jumps, where the enemies are getting in your way, where you're landing on spikes.
You gotta believe in the power of the potato.
A potato literally has power, right? You can like plug in wires or whatever and light up a light bulb. Or... It's real. You don't have to believe it. So the arrows want you to go down the right side here. Nothing about this is particularly obvious, but there's enough here that, yeah, Jakazam does get around. In the cream, or the salt, or whatever this is.
Checkpoint, that's the greatest sight in this game.
Salted cream.
It's one or the other, probably.
I was thinking mayonnaise.
Ooh.
Oh, it could be mayonnaise.
Yeah, I don't think it was that. I'm pretty sure it was cream. Oh, I like these auto segments. These auto segments are really funny. It made me really feel like I was playing Mario Maker again.
Yeah, Sonic games like to do that too. A bunch of sprinters all in a row.
I'm pretty sure no matter what way you go through this, it's always correct.
I sure hope so. I definitely got it, I went through on the first try and popped out and was like, okay, I'm pretty sure all of those were correct. It'd be lame if that wasn't the case.
Choose your own platforming.
It'd be pretty impressive if every single tester went the exact same way. It just turned out that it just wasn't even true.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's the can!
But the arrows, though.
It really is like Mario Maker. If you're in a sub-level, you can't finish the level. You have to transition out of the sub-level first.
And
Yeah,
also like
that's a
Mario
reasonable
Maker, if anybody's lost, look for arrows.
You won't have to look far in this game.
There's no dev exits in this game.
Oh.
You don't fit in between the bags, so you do
I
gotta go under.
definitely tried that.
Ooh, manages to avoid dying.
Yeah, the bags can still clip you on the way down, too, which is really funny. Imagine if it... Well, actually, no, that does happen. I was gonna say in, like, a 3D Mario, if you got touched by a thwomp, and, like, you still took damage even if it didn't crush you, but that actually does happen.
Yeah, they got spikes on them.
Well, in Mario 64, it stops your movement if you get even touched by one.
My mind just goes to Adventure Ball, where you touch the bottom of one of the falling blocks. It just instantly kills you. Even if it's up in the air, you jump into it.
Really?
Sorry that your mind immediately goes to Adventure Ball. That's a level clear from Jakazam.
Millnium platforming.
That
on the
was
bubbles.
2-3, I think. Maybe it was only 2-2.
I've definitely lost track.
Every level in this game looked exactly the same to me, so...
Yeah.
No, 2-2,
It is
okay.
a little
Moving on
hard
to
to tell.
2-3. 3 levels left.
We have a swear command? I guess not. I don't know what Shrambles was going for.
I think we used to have a swear command before we had to remake all the Nightbot commands or something.
Ooh, Millnium going for a
I think I
risky
might have
bounce off an
deleted it.
enemy.
I think
Over a
it
pit of
just said
spikes.
that Alpha owes $1,000 or something.
None of us even did a swear, right? Like, where is it coming from?
I don't know.
Spring balance. I guess if you weigh that down more, you can go further down and get the goodies.
Yeah, if you push the cans onto it. Finally used for that mechanic.
Seems like a lot of wasted
Okay.
time for no good.
Mills onto the bubble climb and has all 4 lives this time.
It's definitely, like, figured out what this stage is and how to get through it.
You gotta spin to win. It's worth it. Especially the vertical spin. Vertical spin is real nice in this game.
Oh, they really
Yeah,
bounce you.
there are.
I like the like blender noises.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, this is a big Sonic auto section.
I broke a little bit.
Well, I remember having to actually move into these screens, but yeah, it's just a giant auto section. I got through this for the first time. I'm like, you can't be serious.
Just put some music blocks on that.
Millnium is through the bubbles.
Some cat noise.
All right, now spin. Now spin and jump up there. I want to see it happen.
Spring balance.
Nice. Still has a lot of
There
health.
it
And gets the
is.
checkpoint.
There's the can.
Tangible progress. A bunch of arrows, big blind jump. What could go wrong? Here's Jakazam, finds a wall. Oh, there's one more arrow down there saying go right. Yeah, sure enough.
And here's the ocean of cream again.
If Sonic can have an oil ocean, why not this game with a cream ocean?
Oh, I like the idea there. Oh, I thought I was gonna like get up real high and then just spin and go. Because I
Yeah.
definitely did that. I definitely did that and like landed really far in.
There's enough room to do a spin there.
Yeah, there. Well, you could do it on the platform below.
Okay.
I feel like you can get into a spin like basically the frame you leave the ground.
Yeah, you can. You could do it like super fast. If you had a 0 tile gap ahead of you, you could still do it. I wouldn't recommend doing it if you have up or down bound as your top spin and backspin buttons. Oh, there we go. Just the leg. That's it.
Levels cleared for both players, but Millnium is like... That was 5.
No, that was
Moving on to 6.
4.
That was 4? Oof.
But there is no level 6. The 6 is the bonus level, so
Okay.
this is the last level in World 1, but Jakazam's got 2
Four.
more.
4 whole levels in a goal with 10 levels.
Yeah.
And now we're being threatened by cake.
Jakazam wanted to go for a spin there and just kind of jumped up and went into a spin.
Millnium
and
is
was like,
standing
"All right."
there.
Millnium.
I think he's just impressed
really
at the
smart
maneuver.
about it.
There's like a peg there that...
Yeah, but somehow was standing on the peg with the knife without getting hit.
got out of it with a spin jump. Oh, and went to the drink.
Not getting bullied by this guy down here. 1 hit away from death.
Or no, what game am I thinking of with like the spikes? There's like 1 pixel on the side that you can stand on. It's some like really well known.
Dust
game.
Force?
No, it's not Dust Force.
Yeah, that has that.
easy.
We have
Jakazam-
somebody else. Go ahead.
I'm having the same problem that I had in this game of having difficulty in making small movements because of the acceleration. If you just tap the button, you don't go anywhere, and if you hold it a little bit, it's pretty easy to start going too fast and run over the thing that you want to run over, want to fall into or whatever.
So I gotta be rolling.
Millnium takes it down.
Looking for some big jump combos. See, like here, Jakazam's just trying to fall into this thing, is waiting for this plate though. But like there's been some awkward left and rights around pits like that. Well, you got a can and a door. Oh god, the arrows are going both directions. So you're in the sub area. The can is going to bring you back to the main stage. Oh, but the door...
The door's harder to get to, so in a mystery race it's wrong, but you still want it.
Chooses the can.
Oh, I thought you meant brings you back to the main stage, as in it brings you back to the start of the main stage.
No.
That gets to be... This is Mario Maker. What?
I mean, it is very Mario to have like an underground section and then an above ground section.
Right, but specifically, this door takes you back to the entrance to the stage.
Yeah, because a 12-year-old made it.
Yeah, and then you need the reverse, where there's the dev exit at the very start of the stage, and the rest of the stage is impossible.
Getting a lift from some helpful bubbles. Millnium really wants this checkpoint and gets it. Only took a minute 45 to get to that checkpoint, so it's going through the stage pretty smoothly, I think, this time around.
Definitely improving.
Our first finish to rattle the players a little bit from that one guy.
That one guy performing extremely well in a lot of races, joining a lot, and just generally being solid. And I don't know if he played the match against... Who was it?
The previous one?
Let's see. No, I think he's my next opponent. Oh no, still has to play Mr. Zimbu. So I'm rattled.
I see.
Yeah, I would be rattled.
Yeah, that's funny, because when he finished, the first thought was that, like, oh, my time was around 47 minutes, so I feel pretty good about that, seeing it was only 3 minutes behind him, right?
Yeah, I'm like, I'll take 5 minutes behind a talk time.
Absolutely. So, Jakazam with another clear. That was 2-4.
A
Last level.
10%. A 10% that time.
God, what game am I thinking of with spike jumps? I don't know why. I can't think of it now. It's still stuck in my head. I'm thinking through every single platformer I've ever played now.
Hollow Knight.
It's not Hollow Knight.
Okay.
Jakazam has moved on to the final level of this goal, though.
We got some real interesting milk cartons.
We got some real Sokoban moments pushing these milk cartons into the holes. Wouldn't be a mystery tournament game without it.
Maybe that should be one of our popover things we can trigger with the dashboard.
Yeah.
A very Sokoban moment.
Which hidden on postman tech yet, Tag?
Yeah, TPC was the one who submitted this, and I tested it, so you're gonna shock
I
both
wouldn't
of us
even know
with
any.
something.
I tried to find manual scans of this game. They don't exist. And I didn't buy the game. I probably could have.
Millnium just got forked.
We have a...
is also having a world of trouble falling into this gap. There, finally gets in.
We have a suggestion from Mystery Fun House. Any know that guy? Have a million?
Or you can't do that. It would be considered a crime.
I don't know the game. I can't react to this at all. I do know I'm a tester, and there aren't many games left to test, so if someone were to do some kind of late submission, I don't even know if we're allowing that, but if one did come in, I would be highly likely to be forced to play it for at least a little bit. Big blind jump from Jakazam, gonna turn out okay.
All right, this is a $200 game apparently.
Wow.
Checks out. It seems like it would have a limited Japanese-only run.
Yeah, limited print
Oh no!
do that.
The Illuminati got tagged for trying to reveal the tech.
Yeah, that's true. I was waiting for that message for the
Yeah.
follow-up, and it never came. Millnium's through a door. 4.5 minutes on the clock and down to 1 life into the boss fight.
Let's see, has Millnium played Yoshi's Island?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I would wager yes.
But will they think about the connection?
Has Millnium done the forward spin yet? Still? Yeah, there's at least one, so.
Okay.
I almost want to say that he did it just there as like a reminder of
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
how do I do this again? Like this?
Well, I figure it was just trying to see, would that do anything to the boss? Maybe to knock a plate off or something.
Hmm. Yeah, just be up there and like spin and
I think
pull the top one off.
Yeah.
I think Millnium thinks that this is actually a momentum-based thing. Like, yes, you have to chase him and build up speed until it takes itself out.
I don't know. I think it's pretty quickly apparent it's not going to run off the edge.
Game over from Jakazam.
The formation here is a bit weird. With why are the edges of the stage even open? There's no reason for it. Why is that just not just a wall?
Yeah.
Oh, here we
Millnium
go.
Did the wrong spins there or something?
Yeah, I was doing the vertical spin. It's trying to spin off the top, but there it goes. Finally sees it.
Had a moment where the sprite looked at the camera afterwards, like, oh.
Yeah, I was looking down. This guy's
Did you
sprite is so
see
cute. I
that?
wish he had a name.
He probably
All
does.
The information
You
I
just
can find on this game said that he doesn't have a name, even in the manual.
Mr. Potato Head. Wait.
I mean, it is. Oh, you mean the person, not the cans.
No,
I'm sure they have official names.
Mm.
not one name for the collective group of the cans with plates from.
If it was a Mario game, they would have an official name.
Yeah, exactly.
And Mario Wiki would have like an unnecessarily long article about them.
Oh, you mean Paragoomba Tower?
Exactly. But this is a Sonic game, not a Mario game.
Love these little fire guys. They're so cute. This game is just so cute. Everything in this game is too cute. It just makes me want to play it more.
It has a very good aesthetic.
Oh, come on, go for the big spin. Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah, she's done that before. I'm not sure how far she got before that game over happened. But she's at least been here before. This guy in the background just popped up and threw something at her.
Just getting beamed by like a strawberry shortcake. Another day in the kitchen.
Mega Man spikes.
There's a warp zone in 1 too.
I didn't even know that.
That's scary.
Does it take you to 3-2?
I have had, I did test a game this time where there actually were warp zones, and one of them skipped a lot. But it's always good when that happens, but the warp is so out of place that nobody will ever find it in a blind race ever. That was Liquid Kids. But, like, nobody will ever skip that, ever. Can't get through this side.
Millnium's got that rocket power up and only 1 life. But is right at the end of the stage.
You can just run across? Oh, that makes so much sense.
Danger! Has 1 more life after this, though. You could probably just run and do a big jump when you've got the speed power up. Huh?
No, on Jakazam's side, if you're on a pinball thing, you can just run across, and it's like Mario, where if you can run across a 1-block gap. So this is, you need to play, you need a seesaw and knock him into the ceiling and empty all the cream out.
Yeah,
This
I had a
one is
lot of
actually
trouble.
kinda hard.
Yeah, it's finicky. You want to be like on the ground underneath the thing. You don't want to be standing on the thing. It's difficult to like cross under him and then still get the hit as he comes down.
You have to be really precise.
Another thing that's a problem is if you are on like the right side of him and you run left underneath him thinking he's going to try to stomp down on me, he won't. You need to actually be still underneath him before he will drop. And then you've got your acceleration. So going from a standstill to moving out of the way is you're very slow at that. So the window is very tight in order to bait out this attack and then get out of the way.
Yeah, I think the key is rolling. If you do the big jump and then just hold left, you'll end up basically right on the seesaw that you need.
Alright, there's 1 hit.
I do not remember how many hits this is. I remember it being more than I expected.
Yeah, so there the jump was too slow. You can see it's tight.
It's a really tight window, wow.
And it has to be it lands on a platform that's up, right?
Yeah.
No, it can land on one that's down.
You gotta land on the platform that's up.
Because if it lands on one that's down, it recovers too quickly.
Well, not if you're in position.
Okay.
Jumped a little bit too high. Yeah, what I found was a big help here was getting underneath the seesaws rather than on top of them. It means that when you do your little short hop to trigger it, you're doing it from the ground, so you're kind of making connection with the seesaw sooner and giving yourself more time.
You really have to anticipate exactly when it's going to be falling. If you jump after it starts falling, then you're too late already.
Yeah, and it's difficult because if you move too soon, it doesn't drop at all.
Yeah.
Right? So you can't be confident. You can't anticipate what it's going to do because if you're just a tiny bit off, it's not going to do what you think it's going to do. What a pain in the ass. Knowing your opponent must be so close to finishing too.
Yeah.
One more try before it has to redo the whole stage.
Thankfully, this stage does not seem that long. It took only about 2.5 minutes to get to this boss.
And she came into this with the full complement of lives, so...
funny too. It's hard to even like get under the seesaws. Once you identify that that might be something you want to do, like it's not even easy to set it up.
Yeah.
And it looks like that it is something she's identified. Actually.
Yeah. She's getting good.
Go hitting the cream.
He's getting flung to the ceiling now.
Nice.
It's 4 hits.
I think she's got a rhythm to it now. Ooh, duh.
It's all right. Oh, she
There's like a half bump there because she didn't jump.
That might also be some tech.
Nice, I
There
think
we
that's
go.
it.
5 hits.
You do some bump and jump.
Yeah, when it says
Oh,
stage
there.
clear. Or the results screen, I think.
57:46 is the SRL time from Jakazam. GG.
Why are doors?
I don't know if that's in reference to that split between like either the door or the can choice she had to make, or just like why is it so precise to get in the middle
Yeah.
of the door?
I think it's not.
I think it's the latter.
Millnium is right at the end of this stage again, has the
Mhm.
speed power up and no lives left, so has no interest in trying to chance a gigantic jump over a pit.
I don't think there was
Right.
too much lethal at the end of this level, but I might be misremembering. Too much.
I mean, aside from the giant pit.
But I might be misremembering.
Hello,
I mean,
Jakazam.
Aside from the giant pit.
Hello.
Hello.
Jakazam.
That was a fun game. Except doors.
Oh, I'm glad you said that because I was really scared actually. This is the kind of game that I think if a lot of people drew an MT, they would really, really hate it.
Oh, Millnium gets the clear with 0 lives. Well done.
And immediately forfeits afterwards.
I think we might have some idea what they thought about it then.
This I said at the beginning of the race, you know what? I bet this is going to be a game that Jakazam will like.
I did like it. It was fun. I liked the whole front spin, back spin to do like the high jump or the long jump thing once I figured out the long jump.
Yeah, talk to me, because TPC and I are on like opposite sides of a spectrum of like, I can't see where I'm going. I'm gonna take it very carefully. I'm not gonna run. I'm not gonna do blind jumps. I'm gonna go careful. And then TPC was like, I'm gonna do a spin jump out here. I don't know what's over there, but I'm gonna go fast. That's for sure. Where did you land on this sort of decision?
Normally, I would be on the very cautious side. But, I don't know, the way my setup is here, I couldn't really be cautious because I'm playing on a TV that has a bit of delay. So it was hard to get precise inputs, so I just kind of threw caution to the wind and said, you know what, let me just take a whole bunch of leaps of faith and hope it works out, and most of the time it did. Occasionally it would lead to a pit, and I just laughed.
Yeah, we weren't sure sort of what the merits were of either strategy, really. But it did seem like when you did go for something, it was like a sort of calculated move of like, chances seem good here. I'm gonna go for it, and it looked like you were mostly right.
Yeah, hold on, I'm just gonna cut my screen here because I'm having difficulty hearing you over the music.
Music was interesting. I usually don't test things with audio, so I never hear the music, and then when it gets put on the restream, I'm like, oh, that's what the game sounds like. It sounded nice.
But yeah,
It
was
sounded like a peak Japanese PS1 game.
Definitely.
It was a fun game, and my only complaint is how precise entering the can's door.
Yeah, we saw you had a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
was
trouble with
surprising.
that. Well, we've got
The great part is
Millnium
when
here
I-
too.
when I first submitted the game, I didn't know about like changing the controls would change that either. So I was stuck on the first can for like 20-30 seconds. Like, I'm pressing down, why won't it go down? And I realized I have to push the spin button to do it.
I would be
'Cause
so
I
worried
my
about
button.
rebinding something like that because, like, what if there are ladders?
Yeah. You're holding right trigger to go up a ladder now or something.
Oh, man,
We're joined here also by Millnium, who very successfully clutched out finishing 2-1 or 2-2 or whatever it was, and then triumphantly forfeit immediately after. So how are you feeling about the game?
It was very slippery, very input delay filled.
Yeah,
Lots of
that was
guess.
kind of the vibe I had.
I
I'm
was
telling
using
you, y'all aren't
lots of-
rolling enough.
and lots of unintentional spins.
Yes, that was me also. I'm sloppy with my left to rights. I get those ups and downs on there.
I was using a Switch Pro controller, and I actually have that problem with
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Pro games. So that was, yeah, I think that was a good issue. Plus, I'm bad. Always preface, I'm bad.
There are no bad players here, just unconventional players.
The input delay and the slipperiness, though, that was too strong for me. Too powerful.
So you've joined your first mystery tournament was like a long time ago. It was like Mystery Tournament 5 or something.
I think I
And then
joined
you
like
didn't.
6 or 7, yeah.
Yeah. And then you haven't joined very many. Like you've taken a lot of them off.
Yeah.
But then you came back for 16. And was there something in particular that brought you here?
Sometimes I'll just notice submissions, and then Boney will give me some games to submit, and I'm in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we could probably blame Boney for this. Normally, I'm one to blame mid-boss for everything, but I think we can blame Boney for this.
Look, I don't like finding games, therefore I don't really go out of my way. But Boney's the hero, and about all of my MTs except the first. Right?
Yeah,
I did submit 2 games in the first one.
You gotta be like, ask somebody like me or Snowdozer who submits like 40 games every MT.
I'm not a lifetime leech, only 90% leech. Thank you, Boney.
It's more like he's like your sponsor or something.
Yeah,
Like
he is.
This tournament brought to you by Boney.
No, he just really wants everyone to be in. So if he wants me in, I'll be in. Thanks.
I'm just imagining you sitting down in like in one of those racing suits, and you just have a big bony patch.
It's just the dry bones. Well, hey, I'm gonna say my usual shtick. Looking at the brackets, Millnium, you're down but you're not out. You move on to losers, fight Shoehorse, and Jakazam fights the Whitley.
When is the deadline for that one?
When is losers 1 deadline?
Like
January
a week
7th.
after this one?
Yeah, January
2 weeks.
7th.
Okay, so I am moving across the country and moving in with Mid-Boss for a little bit. So yeah,
Oh. You two could play your matches at the same time.
yeah.
Don't do that.
So we can blame mid-boss.
So I won't be able to make that deadline because I'm gonna literally be gone on the road. So.
Yeah, we'll look into options to get you covered. Do some kind of asynchronous thing, or maybe just hold up the bracket for a few days or whatever. We're flexible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if the worst thing that happens is you get an extension, It's not the end of the world.
Ooh.
Well, best of luck on your cross country journey. I'm sure also like holiday time's not a great time to be worrying about coordinating all that. So I'm sure it's been a busy time for you.
Yeah. I'll just many long hour work weeks in December right into this. So great, fantastic.
Well, thank you so much for taking some time out of your schedule for being a part of Mystery Tournament and for coming to talk to us.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Good race, Jakazam.
Yeah, good race. It was fun.
Yeah, congratulations to you, Jakazam, for picking up the win. You're moving on to face the Whitley.
All right.
Yeah,
The
that's how most people respond when they find out who their opponent is. They're like, oh yeah, well I was gonna do my best anyway, so.
You don't get that wonderful feeling of dread when it's like, oh, my next matchup is someone 325 or something.